Yes, everybody, welcome back to Talking Walls. Welcome back for a brand new transfer news and rumours video. I hope you guys are keeping well and safe. A little bit of a midweek update as the end of the season approaches. A lot more transfer news coming up. Of course, still a few Premier League games left, so be sure to hit that subscribe button for all the pre and post match content on the channel. Hit that like button. Let's try and get 150 likes on this video and subscribe to the channel as we edge closer towards 17,000 subscribers. Before we kick off with the video though, guys, be sure to go and check out my friends over at Full Time Prizes. They've got these fantastic prints available on their website. Here I am with the Ruben Neves with a breakdown of his goal. Fantastic goal. One of the best goals at Molineux against Derby County. On their website, you can see a selection of loads of different goals and team lineups as well. You can ask for custom prints as well, whether that be a specific team or a specific goal as well, and then a range of sizes, and if you want them framed as well. You can use the discount code TalkingWalls for 10% off. I'll make sure to leave a link in the top of the description as well, but fantastic quality. I really, really like the Ruben Neves one that I've got there. But as we can see, Ryan Ait-Nouri is the first rumour on today's video. Reportedly that Manchester City look like they may be edging closer to another Premier League title. Of course, lots of twists and turns left in this league season, but looking like they are trying to open talks with Wolves over Ryan Ait-Nouri. Been fantastic for Wolves this season, the Algerian wing-back, showing some real quality in possession and going forward. Probably just needs to add that little bit more in product, but we are starting to see that a little bit more with some of the assists and goals that he's picked up over the last couple of weeks or so. Wolves reportedly value Ait-Nouri at £60 million, which is obviously a decent amount of money, and there are talks that Manchester City have also looked at potentially involving Sergio Gomez in a part exchange deal for the left back to come the other way. Just a quick look at Sergio Gomez, because he hasn't actually played a huge amount for Manchester City this season. 23 years of age, Spanish under-21 international, and he's actually played 5 times in the Premier League, just 37 minutes, although he has got an assist in that time. Just 37 minutes of football in the league this season, but has got lots of minutes in the Champions League, FA Cup, EFL Cup and so on as well. So yeah, it's a player that's not really had a huge amount of minutes. Be very interesting to see. You know, Ait-Nouri has been fantastic. Other than Neto, and especially with Neto's injury, Ait-Nouri looks like the most sellable asset at the moment. You don't want to go out and have to sell your players for the sake of it, but if Wolves do need money, then this is probably where they're going to find that amount of cash. There are obviously Angers, whose former club, do have a certain percentage, but I believe Wolves can buy that out for €10 million as well. So Wolves aren't going to be losing out on a huge amount of cash. So really, they're going to be getting between sort of 45 and £50 million for Ait-Nouri. Let me know your thoughts on that one if you think that's a good amount of money for the Algerian international. We had an update yesterday as well of Liam Keane in regards to the AZ Alkmaar goalkeeper, Rome Jadon Owusu-Adoro. His name might ring a bell. We did speak about him sort of November, December time, because he was linked to Wolves at the end of November. That Wolves were potentially looking at the Dutch goalkeeper. Very highly rated at just, I think he's 19 years of age. He'll turn 20 in the summer as well. Not a first teamer yet for AZ. He's had a few games in the Eredivisie for them as the first team goalkeeper, and a game in Europe as well, and a couple of games in the Cup. So very much probably one for the future, this one. Wolves were looking at a deal of £2 million before January, and they are still keeping close tabs on his situation. You would expect him to come in as a second choice short term, and then possibly become the Wolves' number one. However, it's been reported in the last day or so that Chelsea are now also in the race and keeping tabs on the Dutch goalkeeper. So it'll be interesting. Lots of rumours. We've always had rumours the last few videos on goalkeepers. Possibly that the situation that Jose Sá will move on. We spoke about it a little bit on our latest podcast with Johnny Phillips, which is well worth a listen, to talk about what Wolves are looking at for the summer as well, if you haven't already. If you just want to listen to the transfer bit, maybe nudge towards the end of the podcast as well. But Owusu-Adoro, definitely want to maybe keep our eye on going into the summer anyway. An update on both Gonçalo Guedes and Gerson Mosquera. They're both out on loan at Villarreal at the moment. There's been an update on those two over the last couple of days over in Spain, and Villarreal's plans going into the summer. Now, we spoke about Mosquera before. He made it public pretty much that he was happy in Spain and was open to the idea of potentially continuing at Villarreal. However, at the moment, Villarreal they have doubts because they don't know what Wolves have planned for Mosquera. You would think that maybe he would come back into the first team frame at Wolves, but at the moment it's unknown what's going to happen with him. However, with Gonzalo Guedes, he had a very good relationship with the current Villarreal head coach Marcelino, and they're really keen on potentially keeping him on a permanent basis. Marcelino believes that with a full pre-season behind him, Guedes could be performing at an even better level. However, a couple of hurdles there is what is the asking price going to be from Wolves, and is Guedes going to lower his salary to join Villarreal? Of course, quite a pretty well-known and historic club, Villarreal. Not quite doing as well as they would have wanted to this season. They're currently sat around mid-table in Spain and not going to qualify for Europe this season. They've just been knocked out in Europe as well. Despite a win in the second leg, they lost heavily in the first leg to Marseille. But their form since Christmas has actually been okay. Even I think they've only lost once since January, and that was in the league, and that was to Atletico Madrid. So they've really kicked on a little bit, and definitely with the likes of Guedes and Mosquera, they've improved overall as a team. So it will be interesting to see how much they back the manager and what they have planned. But Guedes has no future at Wolves. It was a bad transfer from day one. As excited as I would have got about it, and you probably saw that on videos at the time, it's just not worked out. And unfortunately, we've had one too many of these, and typically it's the ones like Guedes that have cost us a ridiculous amount of money, and it's coming. We're coming back to regret them. So fingers crossed. We get a bit of money, but again, I think you'd probably only get about 10 million, maybe squeeze a bit more from Villarreal for him. I don't know, but Mosquera, be interesting to see what his future holds next year at Wolves. Another player that again has been linked before is the Algerian striker Mohamed Amora. Again, there was links with him and Wolves in the summer. And I say that he didn't join in the end. He's currently playing for Royal Union San Gelos, I think it is, mainly called Union SG, over in Belgium right now, and he's having a fantastic season in Belgium. Overall, he's got 22 goals in 40 games in all competitions, 17 in 23 in the league, with 6 assists. It's a goal every 119 minutes for him at the moment. Phenomenal record for him. And if you look at the Belgian league right now, I'm going to see roughly where they are in the league at the moment, and they are sat top of the league, 7 points clear. So they look very, very likely to win the league. Now, an interesting one, because players have come from Belgium previously and done well, but when we posted this, there were a few people in the comments saying, before Wolves, maybe he needs that stepping stone to really almost prove himself on a slightly higher level. West Ham are also said to be interested. They've apparently put a £15 million bid on the table, a €15 million bid rather. That is thought to be slightly too low. So you may be looking towards a €20 million mark to sign Amora. It'd be very interesting. Great centre forward. Not the tallest in height, but a very talented player. And, you're looking at his goal record. Fantastic goal record at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But he has been linked with before, and the link doesn't seem to be going away at the moment. A couple of wingers from South America have been linked as well. Jean Arias, currently playing for Fluminense, Colombian international winger. Looking at his stats right now, 26 years of age. The season over in South America has only really kicked off, but in terms of a player looking a bit more experienced, Arias is that sort of player, and can play both sides or even centrally as well if needed. Unsure really on what the asking price would be on him at the moment, but got a lot of experience behind him, predominantly in South America. This would be the first time he would move across to Europe, but other clubs such as Atletico Madrid and again West Ham United also been linked with Arias. And then another player from South America, even younger, Gustavo Nunes, 18 years of age, currently playing for Gremio. Really talented young winger. Lots of huge clubs linked with him at the moment. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United I saw linked just when I was searching for some more information on him. Again, a winger that can play sort of both sides really, and central if needed as like a number 10. But the City group, obviously with Manchester City and all their sort of affiliates, are reportedly very interested in making a €20 million bid for him to try and get him amongst their teams right now. So if Wolves want to be signing him, you're probably again going to be looking at the €15 to €20 million mark. But we know, like with João Gomez, that's the sort of fee we signed João Gomez for at that sort of age. And now look, what you would get 40, 50, 60 million for João Gomez. So sometimes you do have to take the punt on these players. And 15 million euro, you got a little bit more grace than the players like Fabio Silva or Gonçalo Guedes that you are paying maximum money for, really. So be interesting. I'm excited by some of these players already, young players. Not ridiculously high fees. I mean, we look quickly going back to Amora as well. He's only 23 as well. So lots of talent being linked with Wolves at the moment. So fingers crossed we can sign a couple of these players. But it's going to be an interesting summer. I'm sure we're going to lose some players. It's going to be frustrating there with that. But fingers crossed we can bring one or two quality players in as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on these players. Let's hit that like button. Like I said earlier, 150 likes if we can. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. We'll be back with a pre-match Arsenal content. Hopefully the preview will drop tomorrow evening, Thursday evening. And then any other big news, I'll let you know as well. As always, I'll catch you guys very soon. Follow Talking Walls everywhere on all the socials. And I'll see you next time.